Hi, I'm Sharon, and I wanted to take a few minutes this morning on this fabulous 4th of July day to finally clear the air after what feels like the 100,000th time. So, at each casting since 2007, I have been saying the same language, the same spiel, the same thing about model selections. I have mentioned in every casting, doing every fitting, doing everything that a designer when it come I don't first I need you all to dismiss what you've been through. Just forget about all the other castings and all the other shows. I have nothing to do with that, and I need you to understand that this is completely different. So with that being in mind, I'm going to continue with my statement here. Designers are very creative individuals. Because their vision is important to them, they will come, and I only know about castings that I have facilitated. They come, they may only have 10 books, but they will write down 35 names. Out of those 35 names, they take it back to their humble abode or wherever they do their thinking. And then they decide, oh, okay, well, let me see. I saw Stephanie, but I don't know. Tiffany seems to look better in this garment. I'm on the fence. I don't know. Or maybe I want to put Tiffany in the dress that Cheryl was in. I don't know. So I don't care what they don't know. Only thing I care about is the final list that they send me that they have to sign off on. Once they send a list to me, and I've said this several times before too, and we've been doing this since 2007. Once they send a list to me, I type it up. They cannot just only send me numbers because the numbers change. They have to send me the name of the models. I don't even care about a number. If they send me a list with numbers on it, I don't even recognize the numbers. I remove the numbers. Only thing I'm worried about is the name. So, with that being said, again, I remove the models' numbers off the form and I just only record the names. Those names are transferred onto two separate documents. The first document is the document that's sent to the designer for them to review, to sign off on, to say, Sharon, this is the final list. These are the models I am interested in. Once I get that list, I send it to them. They sign off on it. It gets sent back to me. I sign off on it. Both the designer and this organization now has a copy of what I call the Bible list. The Bible list is a list of models who are scheduled to walk. This is the list that we use to make sure that only the models who are in the show are supposed to be there. Unlike some of you probably have done or have witnessed, where models just show up and they end up in a garment. And to eliminate that, we created this document in place, which is what the designers have to sign off on. If your name is not on the list, you were not selected. I don't care if you went to a fitting. I don't care if the designer said, oh, I love your look. Let me see if I can put you in a garment. I don't care about any of that. At the end of the day, the only thing I care about is that the names that are on the list. That's it. If your name wasn't on the list that I sent out, then you're not walking. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what other language I can say it in. Maybe Spanish if I knew it. Maybe I should get a translator. I don't understand sign language. I don't get it. If your name is not on the list, you're not walking. I don't want to hear any more messages. I don't want to receive any more messages about, oh, I thought my daughter, a designer, said, I don't care. It doesn't matter at this point. They've made their final selection. They've made their final selection. And if you're just joining us on the replay, as they say on Facebook and social media, you can rewind because at the beginning I said they're very creative. They will have 10 garments and select 35 models. It's their world. They're living in it. It's their vision. It's their choice. I have nothing to say about it. Only thing I can do is encourage, especially for designers who this is their first time, they're unsure. My job as the producer is to make sure that their collection is presented on the runway correctly. And yes, for Rachel, yes, I will say, oh, I don't think that designer, I don't think that model does your garment any justice. It's up to you if you want to use her or include him or her in your collection. But if it was me, I'd find somebody else. Yes, I have said that because also at the end of the day, my job is to make sure that when the model and the designer's garment hit the runway, that the model isn't ridiculed. Some of the models came to the fitting not doing what I asked them to do. They didn't do it, and that's fine. And that's probably why some of you weren't selected. You came, you walked, you were some of you were very lackadaisical. Um, I don't know what to say. It's not my call. It's not. My job is to recommend and to make sure that the designer's vision is complete. As far as I'm concerned, it's complete. The list has been signed. There won't be any changes unless a model decides that they can't make it to either Baltimore or New York. Um, and designers and myself, we will be requesting confirmation that you are coming to New York because we can't have a garment not walk. So if you're in a financial position and you can't make it to New York, let us know now. Don't be angry or don't be mad. Just let us know now so we can replace you. I will be requesting August 1st from all of the models who are doing New York. I will be requesting confirmation that you have a hotel room. If you do not provide the hotel room or the confirmation on the date that I say, I will inform the designer and let them make the final choice whether they want to keep you or not. But they must understand that if the model does not show up, there's a possibility that that garment may not walk. Although this is the first year we are recycling models, which means that models will be walking for all of the models selected are probably crossing over all of the collections for the designer debut show in New York. So I just wanted to come on here briefly because I have a lot of work to do today. I'm lining up all the models. I'm removing the models who were not selected. I just completed the list for the designer debut at New York Fashion Week. Excuse me. So those models will be receiving an email to sign to join a whole private conversation. If you're receiving this now, this might be the last video you see from me. I'm not responding to any other messages through this feed. I will only be responding to messages in the Baltimore Fashion Week group and the designer debut at New York Fashion Week group. That's it. I want to thank you all in ending this video. I want to thank you all for your time. I want to thank you all for your patience because it has been a process for everyone, including myself. And we're at the home stretch now. So Fashion Week is in probably, to me, it's tomorrow, but it's in, I think, 30 something days. I don't know. I stopped counting. And so there's a lot for me to do between now and August 1st. So I will be only talking to models through the Slack platform. If you miss a deadline, that could be a removal from the event. And there are no refunds for tickets. Okay. That's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, I don't know what to tell you. I will, just out of respect, I will be still managing, or we will still be managing the regular Fashion Week model group, but I am not. Me or anyone else on my team will respond to any messages that have already been answered. I need you to read. So if I get a message that has already been answered previously, I'm not answering it. So please don't take it the wrong way. I'm letting you know now it will go unanswered, especially if we have answered it already. I will come back and do another video for the male models only. Okay, this is for everybody across the board, including male and female models. If your name is not on the list, you were not selected. Thank you for your time. And hopefully you'll be interested in participating next year. The first model, the only, hopefully, casting call that will happen next year will be around May 15th. Okay, because the deadline for designers is April 30th. Registration goes up January 1. It will be a hard April 30th cutoff for both Baltimore and the New York event. So if you have any questions, as long as it has not been answered, you're more than welcome to drop it below. If not, I'll talk to you soon. And remember, if the question you're posing has already been answered, I'm not responding. None of us will respond. Okay. So you have a great 4th of July, and I'll see some of you soon.